Let's come together with me united. Let's start being crimes in the streets. Let's come together with me united. Let's start be violence in the streets. Let's come together with me united.
So anyway, so like we say, we're going to Brownsville. We're bringing the red and blue tribes together, and we're going to stop the violence and stop the killing and come together and heal our children. That's how we're going to do these things here. I got somebody. Oh.
Hey, what's up, young brother? How you doing?
Hey,
Good to
peace
see
and
you,
blessings.
man. What's
Peace
going
and
on here?
blessings.
We just shooting.
Well, we're talking right now. I'm the youth advisor to the Secretary General, and on hip hop to hip hop. Because in the culture, hip hop has been eradicated, and the world is exposing and demonizing our children. Then we got our young red and blue tribe brothers in the streets with a lot of violence, just like you got Pakistan and Israelis.
There's a lot of Bloods and Crips together out here in the streets out here in New York, and the violence is very prevalent in neighborhood, not just this neighborhood, but in every neighborhood. Violence is everywhere, but we need to calm that down. We need to get these young brothers and sisters to get together and bridge that gap of separation. No more gang. We need these gangs to get together and these tribes to get together and clean up these streets and their community, because this is just history repeating itself.
I'm glad that you said tribes over gang, because we know gang is a word of a stereotype, and I appreciate that you said tribes. I truly believe that our red and blue brothers in the hip hop community, if they can join forces with me being the youth advisor to the Secretary General of El Salvador, these are the things that we're working with our early on children. We're looking at ways to make them become the solution. So how can you see our red and blue tribe brothers coming in? What's some suggestions that you think that they need? What are their needs? What are they wants in order to help?
What I see in this neighborhood, they need a community service to get the youth off the streets, to stop spending time on these corners selling drugs. There's many outlets to make money in the world. We need to help get these kids in the mindset to build each other up, not to break each other down.
You heard it right here. He just said everything. And I want to also extend my hand from my Secretary General of El Salvador, thanking you, brother, for having a mind for change, a mind for solution. And this is what hip hop to hip hop is about. The revolution can't be televised. So I'm truly yours, Ambassador Rappin' Tate, standing right here with my name, David, right?
Yes, sir.
Standing with David, and we're here making a change throughout Brooklyn and throughout the whole world. We're not just going to model in Brooklyn, we're going to model all across the country and utilize this opportunity. So watch out, David will be there with us on August the 5th. That'll be at Mother Gaston and Linden at 11 a.m. for those that like to sleep.
And I hope to see this in every community.
You know what? And you know what, Dave?
Togetherness, we need it. Especially in this time.
And you know what? And maybe we can work something out and look at how we can bring it to this community as well. What community is this that we have?
This is Bushwick Bed-Stuy community.
Okay,
it's changing. The gentrification has gone down here. It's made it a little better. I'm not gonna lie. It's made it a little better. We just need more base community programs for the youth out here. That's all that's missing out here. Something for the kids to do.
Okay, well, we're going to get with Dave. I'm going to take a day out, and I'm going to let him take me around the community so we can look at how we'll bring these things out in the world. But on this time note, we got to get going. Dave got to get back on his.
You see mini ride right here?
I love it. It's beautiful. So, hey, we out of here, and peace. Hip hop to hip hope. Meet us on August the 5th. That's August the 5th out in Bronzeville at Mother Gaston and Linden. Dave going to be there. Going to bring some people with him. We're going to have Junior's mother with us. We're going to have Kayon, the little brother that got eradicated in Bronzeville, with us. So it's going to be a real series of things. And it's going to be the young people with the solution. Right, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Hey, we out of here. And hip-hop to hip-hope. Say it with us. Say hip-hop.
Hip-hop to hip-hope.
Hip-hop
to hip-hope.
He said it best. I'm out.
Pleasure and a privilege to have an opportunity to invite everyone out on Sunday, August the 5th at 12 o'clock. We're going to be meeting at 920 Mother Gaston, the corner of Mother Gaston and Linden. We're going to be marching throughout the streets of Brownsville, chanting and praying for the region, hoping that people would come out, look out their window, and then we're going to gather at Betsy Head Playground on the corner of Blake and Thomas Boylan, where we're going to have a rally with hopes of bringing some people and other voices in the community to address some of the major needs. And the goal is to force Brownsville to wake up, force the people who are the gatekeepers of our region to pay attention to the next generation. And our main desire is that after this function, we don't really care about the march, at least I don't. My focus is what happens after the march. My focus is to see what happens to these programs that have been started, programs like Deuces, how they can get involved with the future of our community. We're calling on all you political leaders who are going to show up. Yes, it's an election year, but be out there for more than a vote. We're going to call on all you pastors. Shut your church down on Sunday and show up and show me where your mouth is. The money where your mouth is. We are ready to take back our community, and Brownsville, we never ran and we never will.
For many years, we've been striving for unity within our community. And I take this to heart because if we as leaders of our community don't stand up and show our young people what it is to have and to lead in our communities, we won't have any leaders. So I ask God to bless me with a gift. I didn't know He was going to bless me with this gift, but He blessed me with a gift to mentor our youths. And He also gave me the tools to work with to bridge a gap among our people, among our youths, and bring them all together as one, so that we could have the beautiful communities that we're supposed to have. They say each one teach one, and the only way you can keep what you have is by giving it away. So the knowledge that the Creator blessed me with, the only way I can keep it is by giving it away. So I'm sharing it with our youth as I encounter them, as I bring them together, mentor them, so that they would understand what life is all about and live life to the fullest.
I started a nonprofit organization. It's called Deuces Incorporated. Deuces stands for Do Use Enlightenment and Cultural Empowerment Services. That's Do Use Enlightenment and Cultural Empowerment Services, where our mission and goals are both the same. To save our youth,
save our spirits,
watch the beat,
and increase the faith.
He said save our youth,
save our spirits,
watch the beat,
and increase the faith.
So we are here today standing in unison with our ambassador of the UN here, who came out and spoke with our young people about a lot of the stuff that he's trying to get implemented out here on the ground in Brownsville. And he was talking about the hip hop to hip hop. And it's interesting because one of the questions we ask when we recruit our young people for Deuces is, what is your talent? And you'll be surprised how many of these young people answer that question with basketball, rapping, like it's the same typical answers. Now, it's not that there's a problem with you having dreams and aspirations, but the reality is that when the recruiters come for the basketball teams or to sign contracts for these record deals, they're not coming here to Brownsville looking for us. In fact, what they don't even tell our young people is that you got to get through college first before you can even make a draft. And a lot of our children are not even ready for high school. So when we talk about hope, we got a saying that Deuces Inc. Like if you don't sell hope, you choose to sell dope.
Deuces has opened my eyes to many political things, such as who my congressmen and women are, and it actually gave me many opportunities to meet them and to get out and to speak to them, to see what they're doing for my community, because I am part of Brownsville community, and it has helped me to know who my politicians are and to see what they're going to do for me in my community.
We're going to bring on a young man who was given his clemency from Obama, and he and I met in regards to last year. He had over 100 of the young people in Brownsville in red and blue. It was one of the unique moments that I've ever discovered in a lifetime, and they were listening, and they was tentative. But I've also heard the voice of those young people between the ages of 15 to 25, and they said that they was tired of people in Brownsville community lying to them. And I said, well, why is it that you're listening to Michael French? They said because they can trust him. So let's give a warm welcome and applause to none other than himself, Michael French from Gun Down.
Come on, bro. Hello, everyone. Come on, Joey.
How's everybody doing? This is my partner, Booney. Like he just said, I got convicted by President Obama last year. I was serving 2 life sentences. I'm from Brooklyn, all over Brooklyn. But while I was away, I said, you know what? I want to make a difference in the community. I want to become part of the solution and not the problem. But before I left, I was part of the problem. So I teamed up with Booney in Brownsville, and we decided to throw basketball tournaments for the kids at Betsy Head Park. So this is one of the players that's part of the tournament, you know. And to me, it's a big deal because I believe that for a community to be great, you have to make sure the youngsters are great, you have to make sure the older people are great, you know. And everybody in the middle will fall in between. So I'm not really a big basketball person. I believe in education. But I understand that sports is something that unites people. So when we got together, we said we're going to do this. And last year was our first tournament. It was really successful. We had over 400 kids come out. This year so far, we had for 2 weeks, we had 220 kids come out. And that's a big deal. Everything is free. There's no violence, no fighting, no arguments. Everything is running really smooth. And that's something to be proud of. Because Brownsville, and like a lot of other communities, we get a bad rap. And it's furthest from the truth. Every place there's violence, every place there's things that happen, but we're highlighted. You know, our neighborhoods are highlighted, but we have excellent, wonderful, beautiful people. The women are excellent, they're supportive. The men, we working hard to be able to join in and become part of an excellent community.
Brownsville is an exceptional neighborhood filled with exceptional people that has been denied resources for so long that the fallout of that is violence. It's all kinds of violence. It's systemic violence. It's interpersonal violence. It's violence coming from the legal system, the criminal injustice system. And we want to be here to support the community members because Brownsville and the people that live in Brownsville are the ones who hold the solution to this neighborhood's problems. The problems don't come from Brownsville. Brownsville is the solution. So in everything that we do here at the Brownsville Community Culinary Center, we want to support the efforts of people who live in this neighborhood to determine their own futures. Just want to take 1 second to acknowledge a participant of this program. He was one of the launch team members, and last year he was killed by gun violence. And I remember the day that he died, having a conversation with him. He had 6 kids, and he said to me, "Thank you for bringing this to the community." He said, "I want to turn my life around. You know, I've been in a lot of trouble, but I want to take care of my family. And this is the path to that for me. This is how I'm going to become successful." And then later that night, he was gunned down in the street. Leonard Reddick. He was a good man, and he had a future. We got to stop this madness. Everybody in this community deserves to live.
I'd like to give honor and respect to all those, and as I was always taught, to give honor to my Father on earth and my Father in heaven and my mother who's also still alive. I'm a long-term servant of the Brownsville, East New York community. I'm a 5th, 6th generation person of New York City. I'm a former school board president of this district. I'm the current chair of this district, and I'm the longest serving member of the citywide council of presidents that exists, that's the representative body of the public housing in the city of New York, that 1 in 12 New Yorkers are all from public housing. It's been many years since the revolution of Martin Luther King and the evolution of Malcolm X and the evolving of hip hop has come to our community. And right now in the 21st century, this is the new voice that you're hearing from this day in our community right now. I hope that those of you who are in the sound of our voice understand how essential and urgent it is to be out here on August the 5th as we march to save the lives and the future of our community, and to make sure that our people understand that the culture that they seem not to understand, hip-hop, is about the hope and the future of our community, and that we who are the elders of this community are embracing what it is that is being brought before you here today.
If you're not walking the walk and talking the talk, you need to step aside because the next generation is going to take over. Living in Brownsville for 13 years, seeing young people dying every day, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old. And you want me to tell you why I made it see 30? Because I have not been in these streets. Nobody don't make it it to see 30. Nobody gonna make it to see 40. I invest $5,000 back into this community. And I have, as a piece of own business, I bought pizza. Because my own business gave back to the community. And as a CEO and a senior vice president, I walk the walk. And I talk the talk. And I'd be outside till 3 o'clock in the morning when the gun violence happened. Let me tell you why I started cleaning business. Because nobody is not going to pick up a mop and clean up some crumbs and brooms off the floor. As a cleaning business, I have 2 contracts. I have contract with the State Assembly Latrice Walker, and I also have contract with Apollo too. It's time for our young people to make a change in Brownsville, and it will take for hip hop for hope if you're going to be on August the 5th.
World goes round, round, round. World goes round, round, round.
I remember when I was only 13. I woke up crazy out of a wet dream, visualizing the whole world like a dope fiend, reminiscing about this girl named Drury Lane. She used to hit that crack and used to snort cane. She stick needles in her veins like she's insane. She had a cousin by the name of Chicken Wayne. Used to do drive-bys, if you know what I mean. Until one day he walked up and down the street. Some brothers came up, shot him straight in his face. It's a disgrace, man, to the human race when the brother didn't have a chance to even pray.